I think I got a few grease stains on me from my hair. But if I do, I don't see none, but if I do, sorry.
I'm gonna test this out. Keep in mind that I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Chariti Sinae and I am back with another video, and today I am here with Chariti CHATS. I know I missed last week and I think the week before that. I don't know. But we're back, you know, we're going to continue, we're going to keep pushing. And today we are talking about just staying motivated and being patient with your process and just, you know, staying encouraged. So if you are interested, just keep on watching. So I think a way to stay motivated is just staying inspired, and you have to remain patient. I think the moment you stop being patient with your process and the way things are going in your life in general, I think that's like the main root to cause you to just be completely unmotivated. And I think that's really important. Patience is important anyway. One of my ways to stay motivated is I'm constantly talking to myself. I'm constantly giving myself a speech. And I know with my YouTube channel, you know, y'all know this is what I ultimately want to do. I've been doing YouTube for 3 years now. So there are some days where I get discouraged and I get unmotivated, and sometimes I just feel like me uploading a video doesn't make a difference. So I talk to myself and I say, you know, you never know what attention that video could bring. You never know if that is the video that could possibly go viral. You never know, you know, what could come after you upload that video. And that's how I keep myself going. You just have to think of the effect of what something can do, the good effects of what making the right decision could do. So that's what I think about. I think about where I could be, where I could end up, and that's how I stay motivated, because there's nothing worse than wasted time. Like, that's what keeps me going, because wasted time is just, it's gone, it's wasted, and you cannot get it back. There's nothing you could do besides to keep going. But I don't like wasted time, because you never know what could have been accomplished right there in that moment if you would have just decided to make the right decision. A quote that I got from my sister, and now I always think about it when I'm feeling unmotivated and discouraged, is it says, what you want may be on the other side of not giving up. And I know there was this popular picture going around for the longest, and I think it was like some time ago, where it was this guy, he was like underground and he was like digging. He just kept digging, and it had showed how eventually he had gave up and he walked away, and it showed this little, like, there was this thin layer of dirt, and then on the other side of that dirt was everything he had wanted. And I've always remembered that picture because it's so true. Like, it's a test, and it's a hard test, because you never know when things are going to start looking up, and you never know when things are going to start going the way you plan for them to go. You just never know when your hard work is going to pay off. And that is a real test within itself, because it can happen tomorrow. It can happen today, like later on. It could happen in a month. But because you never know, that's why you have to keep going. And that's why I just make sure, you know, when I have my moments, I talk to myself, I talk to God, I pray a lot, I read, I do whatever I got to do to get my spirit right. Because if you don't, you have to find what, you know, what works for you to come from out of that. But that's what I do, and it helps me a lot. So when things aren't going as planned, that's one of the ways to be, you know, unmotivated as well, but you never know why they aren't. And that's another reason why you just got to keep working, because you tell God what you got planned and he laughs. That's a famous saying, but you never know, like, his purpose for you might be greater than your own purpose for you. His plans for you might be greater than the plans that you made for yourself. And that's why you have to, I allow God to lead me. Y'all know I believe in God. I'm more spiritual than religious, though, by the way. But I pray, and I want him to be in total control. And I make plans, and I just keep working for my dreams. But at the end of the day, I know whatever he has for me is going to be for me. And that's what you have to remember as well. Whatever is meant for you to have, God is not going to keep it away from you. And that's how I always have to think, like, okay, when it's meant for me to have it, I'm going to have it. So whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in, just know, whether it's just, you know, the universe or just whatever, just know that whatever is meant for you to have, it is going to happen when it's supposed to. Something that you're supposed to have, you will have. And just because it doesn't happen when you want it to does not mean that it's not going to happen, because it's going to happen when it's supposed to. And you don't know when that is. And just because you want it right now does not even mean that it's meant for you right now. It might not be meant for you right now. I just keep working on myself, because if it's not meant for me right now, that means that I got more work to do. I got more work to do with what I'm trying to do, and I got more work to do on me. Because maybe you're not ready to be on that level that you're working towards. You know, maybe you still got some preparing to do, and that's okay. And I'm cool with that. Just knowing that it's going to happen is enough for me. Like, I have full faith and I know that everything I'm working towards, I know it's going to happen. I just don't know when, but knowing it's going to happen is good enough for me, and I'm just going to keep going. And that's how you stay motivated. Just knowing, always keeping in mind that, okay, it's going to happen. Like, don't think about, but when, because that's when you're going to get lost, and that's when you're going to get discouraged, and you might get into this whole dark place, and because you're bugging yourself out with trying to figure out the when, and just knowing that it's going to happen is not good enough, but it should be. Comparing is also a way to be unmotivated. Comparison is the thief of all joy, honestly, and that's why you can't compare. And I think that's where my generation goes wrong, like millennials. That's where we all go wrong, because we look at people our age and we see how they just got put on with, like, in a day. Like, you see all types of things going viral nowadays, and you see how other people's life just happened and they just blew up, and then you've been working for months or years, and you've been putting in time, and you don't get it. But that's going back to the saying is, when it's your time, it's your time, really. Like, and you have to let people have theirs and be happy for other people, because when it's your time, you want people to be happy for you. So you just always gotta think about that. Some people have to put in a lot of work, and when you put in a lot of work, when you work hard for something and it finally pays off, it feels so good, because you know how hard you worked for it, and it's worth it. At the end of the day, it should always be worth it if it's really what you want to do, because that's the bottom line. If it's something that you truly want to do and you're passionate about, then it's going to always be worth it, and you're going to always be willing to put the work in. Other people's lives ain't got nothing to do with yours, and that's really the bottom line. Some people are meant to work harder for a certain reason. You appreciate it a lot more. First of all, I can relate to you know, being discouraged and just completely feeling unmotivated and not being inspired. Because like being a creator, you have to be creative and you have to be inspired constantly, and sometimes it's hard. And sometimes, you know, I had my moments a lot on my YouTube channel where I would just take breaks because I'm like, man, I just can't do it. Like, and I would, when I was working full time as an artist, a makeup artist, sometimes it's just like, not today. Like, I can't do this today. I'm not feeling it. And there would be plenty of times where I would go into work or I would get in front of the camera and I'm just like, I'm completely not here for it. I think the main takeaway is staying encouraged and motivated even when things aren't going as planned, because that's what matters the most. But I think just still trusting the process and just making sure that you know that everything happens for a reason and you keep going, because it was never supposed to be easy. And keeping that mindset, no one even told you it would be easy. There are going to be challenges, there are going to be bumps in the road, there are going to be a whole pile of tests. You are going to be tested, and making sure you're keeping the right people around you too. I don't want nobody in my face who ain't got good intentions, period. I'm on my journey. I need the right people around me. And that's what y'all need to have too. You need to have the right people around you. You need to have a solid circle so you can keep working. You have your days, you got people telling you to just keep going. You know, you got people who know what to say and who gonna tell you what you need to hear. You are going to, you know, feel like you're not supposed to do this or feel like giving up, but as long as you keep going, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And just knowing that these feelings, they are normal. Like, everybody's process gets to them. Every step you take, you're getting closer and closer, and that's what you need to realize. So to end this video, I'm going to leave you guys with this famous saying, and it's, when you think about where you aren't, just think about how far you've come. That's amazing within itself, because knowing that you've made progress, that's what matters. So you just keep making it. So that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's charity chats, and you know, just comment down below. Let me know what you think about it, and also tell me what you would like to see from me on my channel. Keep in mind, this is a beauty channel. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you will be notified whenever I do upload. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.